Space Engineers just got a new DLC called the Economy Update, and it doesn't quite let on just how awesome it is. Hey guys, Morphologist here, and welcome back. Now, stick around because this is more of an update than a DLC. It is something that can be used by everybody, so if you don't buy it, you can still experience it in the game, you just can't build the new blocks. So you might be wondering what it is that I just flew into. Well, this is one of the new automatically generated stations or trading hubs that will appear around the game in survival mode if you've enabled the Economy Update. The shield-like bubble that you see surrounding it is the safe zone boundary generated by one of the new blocks, the safe zone generator. It can be built by anybody in the game. It doesn't require an admin, and the owner of the block can set exactly what it does. So it can perform the function of just a shield, or it can be used to basically turn off everything that's inside of the bubble so that people can just trade and that's it. This will prevent people from being killed randomly when they're just trying to exchange goods. But this update does a little bit more than just give you an ability to trade. It adds in new blocks that completely transform the way that you play Space Engineers. So let's get into the details. So what exactly is in this update? It adds a vending machine, an ATM, a contract terminal, and a store. Those last two blocks, the contract terminal and the store, are really the coolest ones that have been added. So the ATM does pretty much what you think it would do. It allows you to deposit and withdraw money from a global bank. The store and contract terminals, though, do something very different. Accessing a store block will allow you to purchase items from the station. Sometimes they'll just be things like data pads, or maybe welders. Sometimes full-on ships. That's right, fully built ships that will appear just outside the station when you buy them from this NPC. You can also sell stuff directly from your cargo if you've got your ship hooked up to the conveyor system, which is also really cool. If you build this block and own it though, of course you can put your own stuff in here and sell it to other people, which is one of the benefits of having this DLC. You can actually become a merchant and sell things on the go. Build your own station or build a merchant ship to fly around and sell things from. You can also set up a vending machine, which is a more simple way of selling items. They'll be visually represented on the screen along with their amount and price. All of these blocks can be hooked up to a conveyor system to keep them constantly supplied if you've got a large cargo container located somewhere on your ship or station. The contract block, on the other hand, enables you to get missions from NPCs or from other players through this block. That's right, you can create your own mission for other people to do. You can either set them to search for things, to repair a vehicle that you own, to escort somebody from one point to another, or to haul cargo from A to B. I've also heard that there's a bounty hunting mission you can set up, but I've not figured out exactly how to do it yet within this terminal. You might be wondering what the green and red arrows are. That's reputation, and this is another big thing that the Economy Update adds into the game. So when you do a mission or you fail a mission, you can either gain reputation or lose reputation with the faction that you've taken the contract out from. You can also lose reputation from other people if you end up damaging their ships or doing something with a faction that another faction doesn't like. In the Factions tab here in your inventory, you'll find that each faction now has a reputation bar with a 500 threshold. Being very friendly with a faction will give you better contracts with the NPC merchants. If, on the other hand, you lose a lot of reputation with a faction, you won't be able to access any of their stations or trade with them anymore. And on that note, if you become a pirate and you want to still make money, money's physicalized, so you can actually kill people and steal what's ever on them. So there's that too. In essence, that means that you no longer have to build everything yourself. You can now mix it up with using other people's creations and pooling other people's resources within the survival community server that you're playing on. But it also means that when somebody, like a faction, becomes much more like a pirate than a trader, you'll know based on their reputation. Because when you damage somebody else's ship, you automatically get reduced reputation with that faction. You might have noticed that there's also SC next to the reputation bar. This is the new currency that they added in with this update. So of course, when you do one of these contracts successfully, you're gonna get some money for it. Also, if you own the block, of course, you can make missions and pay other people to do stuff for you. This is great if you want to log off and still want to get stuff done. Now I'm sure you're curious, as was I, about what exactly these missions look like. Like, how do you finish them? What does it mean to go out and repair something? So I wanted to run a quick mission for you guys in this video and show you exactly how that works. But before I continue, I wanted to let you guys know something that you might not know. I'm actually over on Twitch, and I'm letting you guys know this because I get a lot of questions about how to get involved in the videos that I make. I do invite people from the community, but I also interact a lot through my Twitch channel when I'm making content like this. So if you wanted to see what I'm working on now, all you have to do is head on over and follow me and wait for the next time I stream. I'm going to be streaming pretty much every Saturday, and I wanted to let you guys know in the middle of the video because most people tune out by the end when I usually let people know that I've got a Twitch channel. Anyway, so let's get back to the mission. So if you've taken something like the repair mission, you're going to get a GPS coordinate to that particular location. And if you've set up the mission for somebody else to do, you'll just assign a grid that you want repaired that you own, and a GPS coordinate will be automatically generated and sent to the person who takes that contract to repair that particular item. I'm going to speed up a bit of this because it can be a little bit monotonous to just watch me trying to get my ship close enough to this item. Now, you don't have to go up to it like I'm about to do in person to weld it up. You can just use the ship that you own to weld it instead, and that would probably be a heck of a lot more efficient. But as it is right now, all I have is this big shipping ship that I created. Shipping ship, that's stupid. So that's the way I'm doing it. The contract will only complete upon you repairing everything that's on that ship back to 100%. And if you leave that thing unrepaired for a set amount of time, you'll fail the mission. Missions have set timers, and when you create a mission, you can set what that is. You could set it to 1,000,000, and I guess that would mean that the mission would last forever, but that probably would be a bad idea. Someone would take the contract and then would just never get it done. So probably want to set a reasonable time frame for that to be completed. You might also be curious if you can set it up for just your faction, rather than everybody to do repair missions. I can understand why you might want to do that. Yes, you can. It depends on who owns the block. So you can set the block accessible by only people within your faction versus everybody. That's one way to do it. Once you repair the NPC ship or item, it will warp away. But if you're a player and you've set it up, the thing will remain, and so, well, just be sure you trust whoever's repairing your ship or they might just fly away with it. That's all I'm saying. But I think this is so cool. For me, I'd want to be like a shipwright. I'd want to have a showroom floor and make ships to sell off to other players within my survival server, within my universe that I created. And I think that would be so darn cool. And I'm sure you guys can think of some really cool ways to make money now in Space Engineers that I didn't. So if you did, let me know down in the comments section below, and also let me know what you thought of the video. If you guys liked it, you guys know what to do. And if you wanted to check out the ship in this video, it's something that I made, and you can download it over on the workshop, so I will leave a link down in the description below. Anyway guys, all for now. I'll see you next time.